Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Babies are constantly communicating with us, even if it doesn't feel like it sometimes. Well, get ready to be fluent because in this video, we're going to decode 7 of those secret messages, those little baby cues that tell you exactly what they need. Once you know what to look for, you'll be amazed at how much your baby is actually saying. So grab a comfy seat, maybe a juice box, you've earned it, and get ready to become a baby whisperer. Let's get started. All right, let's start with a cue we can all relate to: yawning. For babies, it's more than just a way to stretch their adorable little jaws. It's a big, giant neon sign flashing "tired." Your little one might stretch their arms out, curl their little toes, or even do a full body wiggle. When you see those sleepy signals, don't wait for the waterworks to start. As soon as you see that yawn or that big stretch, it's time to spring into action. Think of yourself as the Sandman's assistant. Set the stage for sleep. Dim the lights, put on some soothing music, and maybe do some gentle rocking. You can even try a little baby massage. Okay, so you're playing with your baby, having a grand old time, and then you notice they break eye contact. Babies are like tiny little sponges, soaking up all the sights, sounds, and smells of the world around them. And sometimes all that stimulation can be a bit overwhelming. So when your baby turns away, it's not that they don't love staring into your eyes anymore. They just need a break from the party. They're saying, hey, I need a little time to chill out and process all this excitement. If you notice your baby avoiding eye contact, take it as a sign to give them a little space. Maybe move them to a quieter room, dim the lights a bit, or try some gentle shushing sounds. All right, parents, let's talk about a classic baby move, the hand-in-mouth maneuver. It's one of those adorable quirks that every parent notices and wonders about. It's like they've suddenly discovered they have this amazing built-in chew toy, and they just can't get enough of it. You might see them doing it all day long, and it can be quite amusing. Now, as entertaining as this can be to watch, and let's be honest, it's pretty darn cute. It's important to remember that our little ones are putting those hands in their mouths for a reason. It's not just a random act. There's a purpose behind it. They're trying to tell us something, even if it's just, hey, this hand is delicious. It's their way of exploring the world and communicating with us in their own unique way. So, what's the message behind the munching? Well, it could mean a few things. Let's dive into some of the most common reasons. First and foremost, it could be a sign that your baby is hungry. When they're hungry, they might instinctively start sucking on their hands as a way to signal that it's time for a meal. But hand-in-mouth behavior isn't always about a rumbling tummy. There are other factors at play here. Sometimes it's all about comfort. Babies find solace in the simple act of sucking on their hands, especially when they're feeling a bit overwhelmed or tired. If you've just fed your baby and they're still going to town on their hand, it's likely not hunger. It's more about finding a way to self-soothe and feel secure. They might just be self-soothing, and that's perfectly normal. It's a natural part of their development and a sign that they're learning to comfort themselves. Have you ever noticed your baby suddenly go rigid, like a tiny little robot doing the robot dance? They might clench their fists, arch their backs, and generally look like they're in the middle of a very serious workout. But trust me, this isn't your baby's way of getting ready for the Baby Olympics. This, my friends, is a classic sign of gas. Those little tummies are still developing, and sometimes gas gets trapped and causes discomfort. So if your baby suddenly turns into a little statue, don't worry. There are ways to help them release that pent-up air. Try some gentle tummy rubs or the bicycle legs. Another trick is to lay your baby on their back and gently bend their knees up towards their chest. All right, let's talk about a cue that's as subtle as it is adorable, slow blinking. You know that moment when your baby's eyelids start to get heavy and they blink S-L-O-W-L-E like they're watching a really boring movie? Well, believe it or not, that's a sign that your little one is getting ready to drift off to dreamland. Those slow blinks are a signal that their little brains are starting to wind down, and they're transitioning into sleep mode. Now, when you see those slow blinks, don't mistake them for a sign that your baby's ready to party. Instead, think of yourself as a ninja warrior of sleep. Your mission is to maintain a calm and peaceful environment. Keep the lights low, the sound soft, and the movements gentle. You know that feeling when you hear a familiar voice calling your name and it just makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside? Well, babies experience that same sense of comfort and recognition when they hear the voices of the people they love. So, if you're ever in doubt about whether or not your baby recognizes your voice, just watch their reaction when you talk to them. If they turn their head towards you, it's like they're saying, "Hey, I know that voice, that's my person." And the best part is, it doesn't even matter what you say. You could be reciting the alphabet backwards, singing off key, or just making random babbling noises, and your baby will still be mesmerized. So don't be afraid to talk to your baby, even if you think they're too young to understand. Okay, parents, picture this. You've just spent the last half hour feeding your baby, and just when you think you can finally sit down and enjoy a hot cup of, well, let's be real, probably cold coffee, your little one starts to get fussy. They're squirming, they're grunting, and you can tell they're just not comfortable. So, what gives? Why is your baby suddenly acting like they haven't eaten in days when you just spent the last half hour feeding them? Well, there are a couple of possibilities, and one of the most common culprits is, you guessed it, gas. Sometimes gas bubbles like to hang out after a feeding, causing discomfort and making our little ones fussy. But don't worry, there's a superhero move that can save the day: burping. Burping your baby helps release those trapped air bubbles, and it can make a world of difference in their comfort level. Try holding them upright, supporting their head and neck, and gently patting or rubbing their back. Experiment with different burping positions to find what works best for your little one. Sometimes it might take a few tries to get that perfect burp out, but patience is key. Remember, every baby is different, and what works for one might not work for another. The important thing is to keep trying and to stay calm. Soon enough, you'll find the technique that works best for your little one, and both of you can enjoy some much-needed peace and quiet. So next time your baby gets fussy after feeding, remember, burp power, activate. And there you have it, folks. We've taken a deep dive into the fascinating world of baby communication. 7 powerful baby cues that can help you understand your little one's needs even before they can say a word. These cues are like little windows into your baby's mind and emotions. Remember, parenting is all about tuning in, paying attention, and learning your baby's unique language. It's a journey of discovery and connection. It's like cracking a secret code, only instead of unlocking a treasure chest, you're unlocking a deeper understanding of your little one and building a bond that will last a lifetime. This bond is the foundation of your child's emotional and social development. So trust your instincts, follow those cues, and enjoy the amazing journey of parenthood. Every smile, every cry, every little gesture is a step towards a deeper connection. Host, and those are the 7 cues you really don't want to miss. Each one is a vital piece of the puzzle in understanding your baby. Paying attention to these signals can help you understand what your baby needs right away. It can make a world of difference in how you respond and care for your little one. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more baby tips and parenting advice. Your support helps us bring you more valuable content. Host, voiceover, or final screen text. Remember, every baby is unique. What works for one might not work for another, so always be patient and observant. Always consult with a pediatrician if you have any concerns about your baby's health or development. They can provide professional guidance tailored to your baby's needs.